right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with the Boys. It's Wednesday morning, and we're lucky boys today. We have Alexis Taylor. She is a country singer from a small town in Ontario that I've been to lots of times, Huntsville, beautiful up north, but she is actually joining us from Nashville, Tennessee. How are you doing today, Alexis? How are things? Good morning.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Everything is great. Everything's great. We're up a little early to talk some country music. And first off, right off the hop, I know when I had told Jack and Jay that you were coming on, and we did a little digging into you and saw you did play at the CMA Fest and opened up for like Marshall Tucker Band and things like that. But let's go back a little bit further into the past. Now, how long have you been a singer-songwriter for, and how long have you been like passionate into country music? Is this like a whole my whole life kind of story, or? And I would imagine it is based on where you're from, because like I said, I'm from Ontario too. These guys are from the States, but
Yeah, so both of my parents were really heavily involved in music when I was growing up. So music was really always just a part of me. And my dad mainly did a lot of country music way back when in the early 90s. Both my parents actually, before Shania Twain used to have her big start, my parents used to sing with her. So
oh,
it was
awesome.
pretty cool getting to grow up with them both being so heavily into music. But I really started taking my singer-songwriting career more serious probably within the past 5 years. So it's definitely been an awesome journey. But yeah, music's just always been a huge passion of mine.
That's serious. Now, with your dad coming up like that, that's pretty cool. But, what motivation led you to kind of picking up a guitar and then even more than that, start singing too? Because that's tough. I can only sing at karaoke sometimes.
Jay.
I would love to see that.
Oh,
Yeah, my dad always played guitar. My mom always played piano. My mom was more a Christian musician, really than country musician. But both my parents played instruments. The reason I think I picked guitar was my dad was so into country, and I really had a passion for country music growing up. Listening to Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and Trisha Yearwood, all the great country women, and definitely wanted to be just like my dad. Plus, my fingers were a little bit more, I guess, for playing the guitar rather than piano. And so I started, I think it was like in fifth or sixth grade, we had a music class, and we all were trying to play guitar. And of course, my hands were way too small at that time. But it wasn't until I was in eighth grade that I was like, okay, I'm going to pick up guitar again. I'm going to try to learn how to play. I actually taught myself. So my dad tried to teach me, bless his heart, but I wouldn't sit still. I'm like, nope, nope, I'm good. I'm going to do this on my own. So I did kind of teach myself, and he helps me every now and then. But yeah, that's the story behind me and my guitar playing.
Wow, I'm a big country fan because I went to college down in Alabama, and Doug Seeger took you under his wing. What was that like? That must have been unbelievable.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Gosh, we went to a few different places over in Europe, and I got to join him opening for him on his tour over there. And he's originally from here in the States, but he's a Nashville artist, and he actually took me under his wing. He's big over there, and it was just really incredible going on tour with him and seeing kind of what a music country tour would look like in another country. It was definitely quite the experience, and I got to meet so many awesome people. And I was just really humbled by how great Doug was, kind of, teaching me all these different things about not only the culture over there, but touring and, life as a musician and all those fun things.
That's awesome. So Friday, you have a new single coming out, Getaway. I know you worked on it with multi-award winning musician John Willis. You think this is going to be the biggest one yet? And what's the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that it's my biggest one yet. My last one that I actually recorded with John was my most successful single yet, and that was Cool with That I released, uh, gosh, I guess almost a year ago. And so that song has done exceedingly better than I thought. So I'm really hoping that Getaway is going to be just as big, if not bigger, than the last one that I worked with John. And basically, Getaway to me was a song that really kind of came about after 2020 and just like everyone being locked down, everyone having to quarantine, and just like the fact that I mean, I know for me in Canada, I wasn't really able to travel very much. I mean, being in Ontario for most of the lockdown with my family, I mean, there wasn't really any like I love the beach, and like in the summer I just love going to the lakes and going to the ocean and whatever, but the closest ocean is forever away. So
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, okay, can't go to Florida, can't do anything that I would normally do really during the summer. And since so many places were closed, I just thought, maybe it's not about the actual destination that you go. It's about the people that you're with that make it such a special time. And that's the vacation that we should be kind of, I guess, looking for, as opposed to, oh, it sucks, like, we can't go to Mexico this year. It's like, yeah, but you still have that time with the people that you love and your friends and your family. And that was kind of the thing that I wanted to kind of encourage people through that song, is just to kind of look to the people that you're with to be that vacation and not break from your reality as opposed to a place.
It's awesome. That's a great explanation of the song, and it's a good reason for writing it. It was a crazy year. Um, so you've started out here. You've been doing this about 5 years. You go to Nashville. Obviously, a lot, like you said, it's very far away from home. Complete different style of living, I'm guessing, than home. Now, how are things with, right now we're still in the midst of this pandemic. How are things comparative in Nashville as opposed to when you were spending your time back in Ontario? Are things like locked up there, or are like is there any sort of music even going on, or how are, because like everything here is shut right down?
Yeah. Well, since I've been back here, I haven't really been downtown. When the last time I was driving through downtown, it did seem like a lot of things were open, but I know that Nashville has a curfew. So, to be honest, I'm not even sure what time it's at because I've just been hanging out here at home. But but I think it's like 10 or 11. Music and bars and restaurants are pretty much having to shut down, which usually, I mean, there's bars that are open until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Well,
So
yeah, that's usually 10, 11 o'clock when you're
Yeah.
starting, right? I would imagine like that's
yeah,
usually when you're going on. So that's tough.
yeah. So it's unfortunate because I mean, it's just I love being downtown and getting to hear my friends play, and songwriting rounds are always awesome to go to, and it's just like that kind of stuff. I mean, it's been a year since I've really been able to do that consistently, like I've been able to in the past. So it's unfortunate, but I think there are some places that are slowly starting to open up again, and just really following safety measures and all that. So hopefully we'll get back to normal soon, but who knows?
Yep, totally agree with you. Now, within the past year, you kind of totally had to switch up everything because, you're used to performing live and doing all these things. Kind of from your perspective, did COVID affect you in this up and coming music industry? Um, and just all that.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky because I got to go home to Canada, as I said. And my family, who doesn't usually get to see me, they got to see a lot of me, whether they wanted to or not. I hung out with them, and I got to spend time with them that I usually wouldn't, because I would be out touring or on the road or whatever. And I think that was something that was really much needed in my life, especially. I got to write some songs with my parents, which was really an awesome thing.
Yeah.
I think that the time away from music gave me a chance to kind of recharge. And I actually got the opportunity to start doing more live streams, which before COVID I had never done before. And because of my tour with Doug Seegers, I do have quite a few different fans all over Europe, all over the world. And so even though they were obviously having to stay at home too, they could actually see my shows, which was a really cool aspect because people that I wouldn't normally get to talk to, I was all of a sudden having this one-on-one time with. And I have been really trying to get to know my fans and, you know, um, kind of reach out to an audience that I probably wouldn't have if COVID hadn't have happened. So it's been really cool getting to just communicate with fans of mine all over and talk with them and meet them and get to play their song requests and stuff like that. And before COVID, I was just kind of doing shows in person. And I mean, as much as I would love to go back to Europe, I just haven't been able to yet. So it was cool to see some of those same people that had been following me since then tune into my live stream. So yeah, it was definitely it was challenging at first, but
Yeah.
I think it was really good.
I was actually checking out one of those live streams a couple of days ago, and I saw the Tom Petty. You did the Don't Back Down. That was unbelievable. I just want to say, and I also noticed that people request that song "Blame the Whiskey."
Yeah.
That was my favorite song of yours. I love that one.
Yeah, it's a
You
good
get
tune.
a lot of requests for that. A lot is that like popular among your like hardcore fans?
Yeah, that one, and then also "Bend the Truth." "Blame the Whiskey" was my very first single that I came up out with back in 2018, I think, and then "Bend the Truth" I released in I think late 2019. So I think those are the two top requested songs of mine so far. So it's always cool to kind of see all the comments and kind of be like, oh, like they still remember that song from 2018 and all that. So yeah, it's been fun.
That's excellent. And that would be Jack's favorite song. Those two things are like, those are anthems to Jack's life back to back. You should put them in a playlist for him. I'm sure he would play them all the time. AJ?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you're putting out this single. What's next? What do you think is next in the projection of your career starting from Canada? You're in Nashville now. You're putting out another single here. Where do you see this all going? Are you going to try to look into like a full length album, or is this more just kind of waiting for the world to open back up so you can get back out? Because there's no better marketing than playing shows everywhere and picking up fans along the way. Well, what's Alexis Taylor's game plan here navigating 2021 and into 2022?
Well, I am actually planning on releasing an EP album. It's going to have 5 tracks of original music on it. I'm hoping to have that released in either April or May. Unfortunately, I don't know a date yet, but I have all the songs picked out, and I'm really super excited about it because I wrote them all myself. And of course, here in Nashville and a lot of places in Ontario too. I've met so many talented artists and been able to co-write with so many talented people. But this album is really super special to me because I wrote it myself.
Yeah,
And
very personal.
yeah, and I mean, it's terrifying to be, putting my heart on a CD and just, handing it over and, uploading it to Spotify for the world to hear. But I'm also super excited because it's all songs that really mean a lot to me and that I absolutely love. So yeah, I'll be releasing that either April or May. And then hopefully, if the world opens up by the summer, I'm going to be doing a radio tour for that album. So fingers crossed. But yeah, that is my game plan for the next couple months, anyways.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Well, listen, keep doing Canada proud. You're doing a great job with all the country music and that. I mean, making it in Nashville. If you make it in Nashville and country music, it's eventually going to pop on the outside. It's good to see that for you. I want to let everybody know you can find her on Twitter here. Miss Taylor Music on Spotify now on Friday. The Getaway will drop. You can download it, right? So it comes down. I think you have the list link there in your Twitter bio. So everybody make sure you do that. Do you boys have any other questions before we let her go here? We don't want to take up all of her morning.
I only have some back-to-back questions, which are totally off topic, but I got to know, what's your favorite binge-worthy Netflix show? Start there.
Friends.
Oh,
Friends.
all right.
Friends over
Classic.
Seinfeld kind of girl then?
Sorry about it. I will pick Friends all
Sorry
day, every
about
day.
it, yeah.
Yeah, Friends is
Okay,
a good
okay.
show.
It is a
I'm
great
more
show.
on New Girl right now. New Girl's wicked funny. If you ever get the
I've been
chance to.
watching that too.
Oh my God, Winston's my spirit animal.
So good.
Um, and then my other question is, you're stuck on an island. What 3 things do you bring?
Oh,
These are
Saying
great
if you
questions.
bring a
that's a
guitar and
tough
you break
one.
a string, you might waste another one
No.
on bringing strings. So
And
what are
if
your
I bring
options?
my phone, I mean, there might not be a cell tower.
See, it's tough.
Tough choice.
I'm gonna go with guitar just because, I mean, I have only ever broken 2 strings in my entire life,
Yeah,
knock on
knock
wood.
on. Yeah.
That's impressive.
But watch
That,
me break a string at my next show.
yeah, the
Oh,
And
first
it'll
one
be
back,
his fault.
it'll be Jay Guacamole's fault
Ah,
that you broke a string 100%.
I look at strings
Yeah.
and they break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, man. Me too. Me and my big gorilla hands. Like I've been playing guitar for I don't know since I was 12 or 13. I think grade 7 as well. And same, man. I'm the worst for breaking strings. So that's actually really impressive there. And Jay, great questions too. I always wanted to know what 3 things someone would bring. So like, let's finish this off here. You got the guitar. What else are we bringing?
Guitar, I would probably bring. I'm a thinker, so I'd probably bring like some seeds because like if I'm stranded on a desert island, like
That's
I'm gonna need
smart.
food, and I can't fish or hunt really worth anything. So I'll probably bring some seeds. I can garden. And then I'd probably bring a knife just in case. And
Wow,
then
smart.
I guess I need 2 more things, right? Okay. Sleeping bag, because I don't want to like, have
Lay
to
on the
lay
ground.
down in the grass because, snakes and stuff. Biggest fear.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
And
Fuck
then,
Yep.
snakes. Ugh.
yeah. One more. I guess I'll bring probably probably some running shoes. I don't know.
Nice. Just keep running around that island.
Well, you don't want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
barefoot the whole time either.
No, that's very smart. You'd get blisters all over your feet. The sand gets hot in the sun. I mean, I imagine if you're stranded on an island, it's a warm island.
Hmm. I'm a thinker.
Well, hopefully it's a
So
warm
And
island.
the seeds was a great idea. Like I was thinking through my list, I was like guitar, uh, maybe I don't know, maybe a bottle of Pink Whitney. I was thinking like I'm gonna need some food. Maybe I'll bring like some
Only
sandwich
the
meat or
essentials.
something.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking like sandwich meat when you asked that, but like that's gonna go bad in a week. Like I would be dead for sure in about 9 to 10
if
days.
you bring seeds for grapes, then you can make your own wine, like forever.
Oh,
So
see,
Oh.
there we go.
Oh.
That's smart. There we go. Now we're
Thinking
thinking.
ahead.
Now we're thinking. Well, listen, if any of you like to use your head, make sure on the 29th, which is Friday, you get the Getaway single. Follow her on Twitter, Miss Taylor Music. You on Instagram and stuff like that too? Is it the
yeah, it's
same ads?
Alexis
I'm not a big
Taylor Music.
Instagram guy.
It's Alexis Taylor Music on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube and all those
Yeah,
things.
just Alexis Taylor Music. Anywhere you can search it, guys, make sure you do check it out. Friday's the big day. We're looking forward to it, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of positive feedback. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having breakfast with the boys, and we'll be following the career.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you again.
Talk to you soon. Cheers.